So I'd like to first start off with this video by introducing myself. My name is Pete Nicely. I'll be the one responsible for guiding you through this course, which of course is General Chemistry 1 lecture. Let me make sure I pull up the right syllabus right here. So what I'm going to do here is basically go through the syllabus so that we're all on the same page concerning what I'm expecting of you and what you should expect from me and this course, all right? So this is the syllabus here, and later on I'm going to let you know where to find the syllabus in the Canvas system. I'm going to spend some time talking about the Canvas system because I won't be assuming that all of you know how to navigate through Canvas. So this is the syllabus right here, first page, and as you can see, some general information is given here in this table right here: the course title, the course number, the number of credit hours, of course, taught by yours truly. And of course, because this is an online course, there's no location per se. And also there's no meeting days for this course, right? Because it's totally online. My office location, there are two offices that I occupy, one at the Citrus campus, and the location is in Building 3, Room 208E, excuse me. And the other one at the Ocala campus is in Building 2, Room 217A. And my office hours are listed here. And again, because I'm between both campuses, as you can see, I'm on different campuses for different times, all right? And I just realized that I made an error. This 2 to 5 on Friday should be online. So I'm going to make that change, not Citrus. It's going to be online. And I'm going to say more about online office hours shortly. All right, so those are my office hours. So you can contact me during these times, either in person, you can go to the actual location, my office, at the particular campus, or you can contact me via Canvas, which I'll say more about shortly. My telephone extension is provided, as well as my college email address, all right? Okay, and below that you see a statement concerning extended emergency closure. So basically, if anything happens like a hurricane, whatever, and let's say you're not sure whether or not the college will be open for that particular time, you can call this number here or this toll-free number here, or you can check the college website that usually provides like a banner indicating whether or not the college will be closed for any particular reason. Now, I mentioned Skype earlier, and for my classes, I require that students obtain a Skype account if they have not done so before. So if you have not acquired a Skype account, here is the link provided. And basically, once you set up your account, then what you need to do is send me, I think they call it a Skype contact request. So that's why I say here, make sure that you contact me via Skype as soon as you obtain an account. And when you do so, make sure that you give your name and the course number, all right? And the reason for that is because I want to distinguish between my students and people trying to send me something. My Skype address is provided right here. It's pete.nicely, all right? And as stated here, there'll be a 10% bonus point added to the first test only, for obtaining a Skype account. Now, the purpose of the Skype account, and I think I alluded to it earlier, is that I know that not all of you can make it to me in person when it comes to office hours. So the Skype is just yet another way of you being able to consult me concerning, any questions you might have, anything you need explaining or whatever, all right? And I think Skype is a better means of doing so rather than by Zoom, because for Zoom, each time I would have to set up a Zoom, schedule for a particular time period, and that is kind of inconvenient for me. So that's the reason why I'm going through the Skype route. Speaking of contacting me, I would very much prefer, in fact, I would strongly suggest that if you want to contact me via email, that you do so through the Canvas system and not through the regular college email system, all right? And there are a couple of reasons for that. One, for some reason, whenever students send me an email via the regular college email system, it goes straight into my junk folder. And I very rarely check that folder. I probably check it once a week just to see what's in there, all right? Another reason is that if you send me an email through the Canvas system, then Canvas allows me to see what course of mine you're enrolled in, and therefore I can answer your question based on that information. So please, if you want to contact me via email, make sure you do so through the Canvas system. So as stated before, this course is a fully online course, and there will be video lectures that will be posted in Canvas under the modules link. And there will be assignments that will be posted in the assignment folder that will be under the files link. And I'm going to show you where all these are located. So this is basically a standing arrangement that we will have every week for this course, right? I'll be posting video lectures, and typically I will post them either on the Sunday or the early Monday morning of a particular week. And you watch those videos at your own time whenever you can. And I will also make available to you assignments based on the particular chapter, and these assignments must be completed. And we're going to say more about how you complete your assignments and submit them, all right? So that's basically the arrangement that we will be having for this course for this semester. As stated here, as far as the description of the course is concerned, the prerequisite for this course is CHM2045, C or equivalent, with MAC 1105 or higher with a grade of C or better. And this course description here says that this course is basically an expanded review of introductory chemistry. All right. In fact, I would say that the first 5 and part of 6 chapters and part of other chapters, you'll be reviewing basically what you did in introductory chemistry, but things will be a bit more in-depth, and the questions as a result will be a bit more challenging. So as stated here, the course covers atomic structure, bonding formulas, nomenclature, reactions, stoichiometry, gas, solid, and liquid states. Objectives: this is the first semester of a general chemistry sequence offered at all Florida State colleges and universities. The students should develop an understanding of atomic and molecular structure, the periodic table, gaseous solutions, chemical reactions, and stoichiometry. And of course, it is expected that students will have a background equivalent to introductory chemistry. The text for this course is the OpenStax chemistry, and the ISBN number is provided, and it is free and available in Canvas. Again, I'm going to show you where it's located. I know that you can buy a hard copy of the textbook at the bookstore, but I have provided it free. You can download it. As you can imagine, it will be a very large PDF document, so it will take some time to download. But once you download it, you can do whatever you want with it. You can save it, you can print it, and staple it together or put it in a binder, and that can serve as your textbook. In addition to the textbook, you're going to need a scientific calculator, which has the capabilities described here: square roots, logarithms, and exponential operations. And of course, you're going to use your calculator to do your calculations in your tests and assignments and so on, and also in the lab. So make sure that you have your scientific calculator with you when you're doing any problem solving. As far as your how your grade will be assessed is concerned, you'll be given 3 take-home exams, each worth 100 points, and this should read percentage points, which will be given at the dates indicated below here, and the lowest grade will be dropped, and there will be assignments given during the course. All work must be done in ink, no pencils. And while I'm at it, let me just say also that all work must be handwritten. So I'm not accepting any typewritten work. And as I said before, I'm going to say more about how I expect you guys to submit your assignments and tests. These are the dates tentatively for your tests. And of course, I'll try to be fair in terms of, let me see something here. I'll try to be fair in terms of making changes if I have to, all right? So, sometimes things might happen where I may need to make changes, and of course, I'll give you a heads up as to, whenever there are any postponements, etc. As far as the final exam is concerned, I'm not sure exactly when is the scheduled date for that exam, but I'll let you know. And then below that, you see a breakdown as to how each part of your assignments, quizzes, well, not quizzes, you won't be given quizzes, you'll be given assignments, exams and assignments, and your final exam. Each of these, their weightings are shown here. So your exams will be worth 50% of your total, your assignments will be worth 20% of your total, and the final exam will be worth 30% of your total. So just to give an idea as to how your grade will be calculated, so let's say we have a hypothetical student who earned 85% for their exams after averaging and dropping the lowest one, 82% for the assignments and 90% for the final exam. Then basically what will happen is that I will take the average score for the exams, multiply by 0.5 to give you a total of 42.5 out of a possible 50%. For the assignments, it would be 82% times the 20%, which gives you 16.4 out of the maximum 20%. And then for the final exam, the 90%, which would be what the student earned for the final, would be multiplied by 0.3, and that gives you 27.0% out of a total of maximum possible 30% for your final exam. And then what I'll do is add the 42.5 to the 16.4 to the 27.0, and that gives 85.9, and that would be equivalent to a B grade. And the B grade, of course, is obtained from the college grading system, the letter system, which is shown here. And it's important that you understand that each of these grades represent basically how you'd have performed in the course and what you'd have gained from the course. So for example, a grade of A, which is greater than 90% in this course, will imply that the student has mastered the full range of topics covered in the lectures and can very successfully apply these to solve the problems presented. The student can derive the important factors that lead to the best solution and makes particularly insightful contributions to class discussions. And then you see some descriptors for the other grades, what they actually represent. Let me just say something here about the I grade, all right? And let me just highlight it here for emphasis. Now, what has happened in the past, and I will admit it hasn't happened recently, but I remember when I just started out here, I've had situations where students would come to me close to the end of the semester and ask for an I grade because they don't like what their grade is shaping up to be. Now, the I grade is not given in those situations, right? Because in those situations, well, in the past when students have come to me to make that kind of request, they will say something like, well, you know, I need I grade so you can give me more work to make up for whatever shortcomings I may have had before. It's very important that you understand that that is not the purpose of the I grade. The I grade is only given, as stated here in the highlighted portion, when a student, for some reason, not beyond their control, is not able to complete the coursework. So for example, you know, illness, or if your house got burned down, or if there's a death in the family, you know, things like that would be situations that would warrant me giving you an I grade. Now, in order for you to get I grade, there are some forms that you'd have to submit, which would have to be signed by yours truly. And then I'd have to pass it on to the dean, or I should say the new position now is the Associate Vice President of Arts and Sciences. And basically from there, we can make an arrangement as to how you can make up for the rest of the course. And then the I grade will be replaced by the grade that you will eventually earn. So that's basically how things are done with respect to the I grade. Everything has to be above board. It can't be some sort of secret arrangement between you and I. I would have to take it up the chain and everybody involved would have to sign off on it, all right? So I just thought it was important that I make that point so that we can avoid any misunderstandings later on in the semester. Okay, examinations and assignments. Exams will cover materials from lectures and assignments, and these exams will be primarily problem-solving oriented, which should come as no surprise to you guys. If you have done any chemistry before, you'll know that typically the type of questions that you'll be asked are questions where you'll be asked to solve problems, right? So what you'll find, and this is particularly true in terms of how I teach this course, what you'll find is that rote memorization will not help very much. It may help in some cases, but you'll not be tested on your ability to memorize loads of information, all right? The purpose of this course is to basically, apart from introducing you to the principles and concepts in chemistry, is to basically sharpen your problem-solving skills, right? So, you know, a lot of the problems that you'll be encountering will be math-based, right? So therefore, you need to brush up on your algebra. And there are other problem-solving types of questions that you may encounter. And that's the reason why I always emphasize to my students that the best way to prepare for my tests is that you, on your own, try to solve as many problems as you can. Now, you will get the opportunity to do so through the assignments that I'm going to give you. But I would strongly recommend that you do not limit yourself to those assignments. You should try to find problems, and you can find problems from different sources, from online sources, and also from your textbook. In fact, in your textbook, each chapter has at least 100 questions for you to chart on your own. And I would suggest that when you're studying, that you trying to solve these problems will be or should be a part of your studying. All right. So make sure that you do as many problems as you can, because the better you become at solving problems, then the exams will be easier for you to do and pass. Okay. Each exam will consist of 3 questions, and it says here you're to attempt at least 2. In fact, I think I need to make a change in that as well. So just ignore where it says you are to attempt at least 2. Basically, I'm going to require that you do all 3 questions, all right? I'm going to make that change and then post it in Canvas later. And which that means that you need to ignore this part as well. So basically, you're going to ignore all of this that I'm highlighting right here. I'm going to make the changes and repost the modified syllabus. Assignments will be usually posted on Canvas and are due on the date specified. All right, and these must be completed by hand, and you can submit it in person or via Canvas. Now, when you're submitting anything by Canvas, I am going to require that you, well, firstly, after you complete the assignment, make sure that you scan it and save it as a PDF document. And please make sure it's a PDF document. I'm specifically requiring that it's a PDF document. And the reason why is because for some reason, it's very difficult to download any document from Canvas if it's a PNG or JPEG format, all right? So basically, PDF, I've had very little problems when it comes to downloading PDF documents. So please make sure that whenever you're submitting any assignment in Canvas, make sure that it's in the form of a PDF document, all right? And as stated here, these assignments must be completed by hand, all right? So again, not typewritten. Okay, now it says here, and this is under the topic of course schedule and outline, the videos I mentioned before. These videos will be located in the module tab. I'm going to show you where that is shortly, right? Basically, once you go there, then you're going to see the links to the various videos arranged according to the respective chapters, right? And then below that statement, you see here basically what we hope, or what I hope that we'll be following in terms of the schedule of the different chapters, all right? So this week, I'm going to be posting, in fact, shortly after I finish with this particular video, I'll be posting the video or videos, because there'll be more than one, dealing with chapter 1, right? And then, let me see here. Let me just say that I'll be going through the first 5 chapters rather quickly, and that's because pretty much the topics that would be covered in the first 5 chapters you'd have covered anyway in your introductory chemistry course, all right? After that, then I will go more slowly, because in the rest of the chapters, I'll be going into topics that you wouldn't have met before, all right? So I'll take my time in terms of covering the rest of the chapters, all right? So these are the chapters that will be covered in this course. Okay, it says here, due to unforeseen happenings, it may be necessary for the course assignment schedule to be altered, and I'll try to be fair about any such changes. In terms of college policies, academic integrity, we all know that cheating and/or plagiarism is wrong and will not be tolerated and may result in a special designation in your transcript known as FF. And what that FF means basically is that you have basically failed the course because you have violated the college's Code of Student Conduct with respect to cheating and plagiarism. Now, that designation or grade can be replaced if you attend a 2-hour seminar known as the Academic Integrity Seminar. And the way this works is that you attend the seminar. Upon successful completion of the seminar, then the grade FF will be replaced by the grade that you would have earned as a result of your work. All right, so something for you to keep in mind. Of course, I would strongly recommend that you don't try to cheat your way into this course, but this is what can happen if I find that you have done so. If you're a student with a particular disability, and it doesn't matter what kind of disability you have, it could be a learning disability, psychological disorder, whatever, then I would suggest that you register with the Office of Disability Services. And the way this works is that you go there and they determine the type of accommodation that you're going to need in order to successfully complete this course. And then they would forward me some information concerning the accommodations. In fact, already I've received two such documents indicating that students in my courses need such accommodations. So it's very important that you do so if you're such a student, all right? Now, if you need such help, then this is the website for you to go to. And there's also this number here that you need to call for further information, all right? Okay, let's see what else. Equal access, equal opportunity. The College of Central Florida does not discriminate against any person on the basis of race, color, ethnicity, religion, gender, age, marital status, national origin, genetic information, or disability status in its programs, activities, and employment. For inquiries regarding the non-discrimination policies, contact Carol W. Smith. She is the equity officer, and her contact information is provided, as you can see here. Okay, there's a statement here about classroom decorum, which would not apply to this course because, of course, we won't be in a literal physical classroom. So this would be applicable if we were in a classroom. To be perfectly honest, I don't anticipate, any such issues in an online course. The only thing I would say is that make sure that whenever you're communicating with me or any of your fellow students, make sure that you use respectful language. Please do not post or send me any images that are inappropriate. Let me just leave it at that. But apart from that, I don't see where there's anything else I can say concerning decorum in this course, all right? Okay, the CF Student Assistance Program. So this is a program that the college has invested in, and it's basically run by an HMO known as Baycare Life Management, and it's basically a counseling or, a counseling service. If you have problems in your life which interferes with your schoolwork or, makes things a bit more difficult for you to function, then you can call this toll-free number right here. And the way this works is that if you call this number between Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 p.m., then that will put you in direct contact with a therapist, and he or she will be able to help you from there. If you call this same number outside of those hours, then what will happen is that a therapist on duty will be paged, and he or she will respond to the call immediately, right? So I would recommend that if you find yourself needing that kind of help, that you take full advantage of it. I think, in my opinion, this is just my personal opinion, I think this is a worthwhile investment that the college has made in the students here at CF. Especially given what we're going through now with the pandemic, I'm quite sure that, you guys have been having some real stressful situations at home or at work if you're working, or even at the college, all right? So, and we all need help sometimes. So I would strongly recommend that you take advantage of this service so that you can benefit from your education here at CF. Okay, a statement about withdrawal. Now, let me just say this. It is my hope that nobody withdraws from this course. I want everybody to succeed in this course, all right? So, I hope that during this course, that you don't get the impression that I don't care about you succeeding in this course. However, I do understand that life happens, right? Things happen which makes it necessary for you to drop out of this course because, you simply can't handle both your course load and what's happening otherwise, all right? So if you're such a student, unfortunately, that have to drop out of this course, Make sure that you fill out the necessary forms and have them signed by the appropriate parties, including yours truly. All right? And the reason why is because in the past, I've had situations. In fact, I've had 2 situations last semester where students just simply stopped showing up. They did not submit any assignments. And I thought that they dropped out of the course, only to find out at the end of the semester that their names are in the system as still being registered. And I had no other choice but to give them an F in the course, right? I didn't want to do it, but that's basically how, things work out for them. So if you don't want your GPA to take a severe hit, and if you have to drop out of a course for whatever reason, make sure that you complete all the necessary paperwork and make sure that I sign off on it as well. All right? Okay, so below that you see some important dates. Make sure that you take note of those dates. On January 17th, it's a holiday. MLK birthdays is celebrating on that day. And then February 8th is Faculty Professional Development Day, so there'll be no classes. If you have any classes scheduled on that day, then there are no classes on that day at all. And then there's spring break. And I think that's it as far as days when there'll be no classes, all right? So make sure that you make note of those dates, all right? Okay, so final statement here. Students should be alerted to the fact that 1, withdrawals do not count in the CFGPA but may not be viewed favorably at the university level or for financial aid. 2, a withdrawal counts as an attempt under the forgiveness/withdrawal policy and the course repeat policy. 3, there are increased costs to take the course on a 3rd attempt. And 4, there may be a reason a withdrawal request may be denied. And for more information, you may see the college's withdrawal procedures. And then the very last page is what I like to call my Cya document. And for those of you who don't know what Cya stands for, it means cover your ass, or in this case, cover my ass. And basically what this is saying is that you have read the syllabus and you understand everything that's in it. And I expect you to complete this form. Make sure you print your name, signature, date, and my name as the instructor. All right? So that's basically it as far as the syllabus is concerned. Normally during a regular in-class lecture at this point, I'd be asking if there are any questions, but since this is an online course, it makes no sense for me to do so. So I will just say this. If you have any questions concerning the syllabus, feel free to email me. Again, make sure you do so via Canvas. Now, as promised, I'm just going to show you in Canvas where everything is located. So this is the page for this course, the Canvas page for this course, all right? Yours might look a bit different because, of course, I'm the instructor and you are the students, all right? So, as far as where most things are located that you're going to need for this course, it will be located under the files link, which is right here. So if you click on the files link, you're going to see several folders. There'll be one for your lecture. There is the textbook, which I mentioned here, the OpenStack textbook. In fact, let me start with the lecture first. So if you click on this, you're going to see several PowerPoints, right? These are the PowerPoints I'm basically teaching from, all right, when I'm recording the videos, all right? So you'll have these to look at. Let me take out this one here. Okay, so these are the ones that you will have access to. Below the files link, below the lecture link, as I said before, you have the textbook. So this is the textbook right here. As you can see, it's a relatively large document, right? So it will take some time to download, but it's free. You don't have to buy it. That's a very good thing about this, right? So that's a textbook. You can download it, and then you can refer to it when needed, of course. And then I've posted here some past test answer keys, right? So these are past tests from previous semesters, right? So you can look at that and get a feel for the type of questions and how you should answer them. And then let's see here, what next? Oh, very important. Periodic table. In fact, this is, you know what? There's actually a table, a better, where is it? Okay, let me take this out here. Let me, I didn't realize that this was here. I don't know when this got here. Okay, Let me take this out as well. Okay, so the syllabus, which is what I just showed you, is located in this folder, right? So this is the syllabus right here. And as I said before, make sure that you complete the very last page, that form, the very last page of the syllabus, and submit it. I'm going to create a portal for you to submit the signed last page, or the completed form in the last page of the syllabus. Okay, so this folder right here contains the tables, right? So we have firstly a page which has the fundamental constants that you'll be using in this course. All right, so for example, the relationship between the atomic mass unit and kilograms, Avogadro's number, electronic charge, mass of neutron, mass of proton, etc., etc. All right, and then we have this, which is actually several pages. Let me just download this. Shouldn't take much time to download. Okay, so as you can see, first page contains a periodic table. And then there's another version of the periodic table which is provided here as well. And then we have the elements in alphabetical order, if you prefer to use that particular way of arranging them. And then we have a list of common ions in the periodic table. And then we have another list of common ions and their charges. And then we have another list of common ions and their charges. So there are 3 lists of common ions and their charges. The reason why I provide 3 of them is because there are some ions that are present in, for example, one chart, which is not present in another. So that's why I provided all these 3. And then we have some conversion factors, which you'll be referring to because you need them to carry out conversions. And then there are some equations which are provided as well. And let's see what here. Some more equations, gas laws, etc. And then we have this chart, which shows you the metric prefixes, you know, like milli, deci, micro, nano, etc. We'll be talking about these later on. And then we have this chart, which is basically giving you the solubility rules for ionic compounds. You'll be using this as well. And then we have this chart, which gives you the electronegativity values for different elements, which you'll be using as well. So this is very important. You don't need to memorize these because you'll have access to these when you're doing your assignments and tests and so on. Okay, let's see what next do I have. Oh, thermodynamic data. You'll be using this in particular when we get to chapter, what chapter it is? Chapter 6, right? Basically, you'll be using what is called the enthalpy of formation to carry out certain calculations, which I won't get into right now. Okay, so that's that. Let me close this. And then this one here is a chart which gives you the different shapes or geometries based on the valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. This is something you should have met before in your introductory chemistry, but we'll be going into this in more detail. So this is something that you'll be using as well. So that's what's provided. Oh, shoot, I shouldn't have closed that. Why did I do that? Ah, okay. Let me go here. I'm sorry about that, folks. Let me go here, go back to the page. Okay, so I was here, and okay, so, and that's it. Let me close this out. I don't know what this is, but I don't think we need it. Okay, so that's basically it as far as where things are located for the most part. Now, the only other link that you need to be concerned with would be the announcements. Of course, I would post announcements. So for example, if, you know, if something happens and I'm not able to post something, or if there are any changes in the syllabus or changes in the schedule, I'll make announcements about that. And then down here under the module section, let me click on that, show you what it looks like. What you're going to see is basically some videos. All right. Now, I need to make changes here because these are not the videos that you will be actually watching. But basically, I'll be creating some new videos because I saw some deficiencies in the videos that I have posted here. But I'm just going to click on one of them so that you know what it looks like. So if I click on this one right here, right, and then you click on this box right here to open up your video, it's going to be a YouTube video, as you can see here. And as you can see, well, in the videos that I'll be posting, you won't be seeing my image because I don't think it's that important for you to see me. I think it's more important that you get exposed to the information that I'm trying to convey. I don't think you're able to hear the video that or the audio part of this lecture that I'm posting right here. But this is basically what you'll be getting, this type of display you'll be getting when I post the videos online, all right? And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I need to point out in Canvas. Let me just check something here. Yeah, I think that's it. So that's it. So if you have any questions concerning what I've just discussed with respect to the syllabus or Canvas, please let me know. You can contact me via email, or you can contact me through Skype. You can contact me during the office hours, and the office hours are listed in the syllabus, all right? Okay, so that's basically it. So I'm looking forward to teaching you guys. And the next video I'm going to post would be based on Chapter 1, all right? So until next time.